Hey, welcome back to the Texas Real Estate Jake podcast. I'm Jake, Real Estate Jake, that is. And man, I cannot wait to serve you in this God given morning. You know, I always have a lot of fun doing these things, and I want to introduce you and bring on somebody that's going to help you if you're deciding to move to Texas. I tell you guys all the time, Texas is big, man. I mean, it's huge. It's got so much to offer. And one of the things that I've always loved about being an agent is working with different agents from the different areas. And I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, and she's awesome. We always have a lot of fun together. We laugh a lot, but we get to do good things together when it comes to real estate. So I want to introduce you to her. She is in the RGV area. So that stands for the Rio Grande Valley, or like she likes to say, the Rio Grande Valley. But I'll let her tell you about all that. But that's South Texas for you guys who don't know Texas. This is way down south. So I'm going to introduce her to you, Miss Amparo Price. So, Amp, what's going on with you this morning?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, girl. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You doing okay?
Yes, I am doing good. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So let me ask you, how do you pronounce that though, really?
Well, so locals call it Rio Grande.
Okay.
You don't live in the RGV, they call it the Rio Grande.
Okay. So we
Yeah,
call it the Rio Grande.
the Rio Grande Valley.
I see.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, Amp, let me ask you this because I mean, I know you and we know each other and everything, but how long have you been doing real estate now?
Going on 3 years.
Okay.
Going on 3 years and loving every minute of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Meeting people every day.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Well,
Cool. So,
that's how we met.
yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, you had family that was looking for a house here in Fort Worth,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to talking on the phone one time. But yeah, that's how we met and started doing some things together. So talk about that for just a second because you came from Fort Worth, right? Is that right?
Yes, yes. My roots are in Fort Worth.
Hmm.
I was born in Fort Worth. My mom's from Fort Worth. My dad's from the Rio Grande Valley.
Hmm.
And so when I was about 10 or 11, my dad moved us over here. So I always say that I have the best of both worlds. My roots are in the city, but I was raised in the Rio Grande Valley.
Okay, okay. Raised in the Rio Grande Valley. Okay, I got you.
Yes,
So
small town called Los Ebanos, Texas. It,
what's it called?
Los Ebanos. Los Ebanos means ebony tree in English. And
Okay.
it's a very small town, and this town has the last known ferry that takes you from Los Ebanos
Hmm.
across the border to the into Mexico,
Okay.
Mexico, Tamaulipas. Yeah,
So, girl, we're talking about way down south, huh?
it's actually I've always laughed at it because we are at the very tip of Texas.
Yeah.
So the home where I grew up at, the river's right behind the house. If you
Mm.
cross the river, you're already in Mexico.
Okay,
You
cool.
can't get any further south than that.
Wow. Okay. Well, I was talking to your brother not long ago on the phone, and he told me that he really, really liked it down there better than, Fort Worth and everything. So he told me I should really look into getting a place down there. I said, "Who's the agent here? Amp or you?" And anyway, so
I've trained
yeah.
family well. I've
Yeah.
trained family well.
Yeah, you train them well. Okay, I hear you.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So been in a few years, got going, started helping people out, buying and selling houses. This last market that we're coming out of, the seller's market. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, Amp, but we don't really see those much at all. So tell me about what that looked like for you guys down there at the tip of Texas, the bottom tip of Texas, that is. How did that look for you guys? Was it still going the same way, or did it slow down? Did it speed up when people were selling houses? Were they all above asking price, like here in DFW, or what did it look like for you guys down there?
We had the same thing going on over here in the valley, where I'm going to have to say that the sellers were very ambitious because it was a seller's market.
Mhm.
Uh, we were falling into multiple offers just like you guys were. It was pretty much the same thing in the valley.
Mm.
Multiple offers, but as we know, that has shifted.
Yeah,
We're not in that situation anymore.
right. I'm telling you,
Yes,
that's no longer the case.
now our sellers are a little bit more giving,
Hmm.
willing to negotiate and
Yeah,
offer some concessions. But yeah, we
sure.
were going through the same things everywhere else.
Okay, good. I say good, but it's good to know that some of these things are really across the board, and they really have
Mhm.
been across the board, not only here in the great state of Texas, but all over the place, man. So I don't know. I've seen different markets. I've been here since 2007. Me and my brother, we started by flipping houses here in the Dallas Fort Worth area, and we laugh about it because here really is the truth. When we would flip a house and take it to the market, we'd say, we'd put our price on it how we want it. We didn't use an agent. I wasn't an agent back then or nothing. And I would say,
We're
hey,
one of those people that says, "Who needs a realtor?"
exactly. I didn't need no agent. I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to negotiate on my own, that kind of thing. So, but this really did happen. We would put a house on the market, and we would get some feedback from some buyers agents, and they'd be like, "Well, that house is not worth that much money." And I'm like, "Hmm." And I said this then, and I mean it. I'll say it today, and it's the truth, and it's always been the truth. A house is worth what somebody's willing to pay for it.
Hmm.
Real comp on it. Okay. A house is always worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. And I don't think that people have ever seen that come to life more than last year. They're
Exactly.
paying 50, 60, 100 grand over and more because it was worth it to them.
Yep,
So,
yep. And going back to your original question, if we were wondering if what was going on in Texas at the time was going on everywhere else,
yeah,
I at the time had buyers that came in from Arizona, Washington, California,
sure, sure.
and they were selling their properties out in different states, and they were loving the multiple offers,
Yeah,
and selling their homes for way above list price, up to $50,000 above list price.
yeah,
Well, what
yeah,
was going on in Texas was going on everywhere else, but I
absolutely.
did notice that it sort of slow motioned into Texas,
Yeah, I hear
if
you.
that makes any sense.
Sure, sure. Texas has always been really what we call even keel.
Mhm,
Regardless of up or down, it has done this. But last year it did take off even more so on the higher end. But
mhm,
let's talk about going down south because we talked about Fort Worth a little bit. That's kind of where you came up a little bit, and then really you came up in the RGV. But
mhm,
you have roots in Fort Worth. So I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth. I have people that are buyers that are interested maybe in different parts of Texas. As a matter of fact, I got a buyer right now who's looking for different spots in Texas. Okay. So,
mhm.
what would a buyer really benefit from in moving down to the RGV? What is so awesome? Sell it, girl. What is so awesome about the RGV? Why would I want to go there?
I always hear that cost of living is a lot lower in the RGV,
Okay.
but I hear a lot about our culture.
Hmm.
Uh, Everyone in the RGV is very friendly, you
Hmm.
know. Uh, Everybody, well, not everybody, but there's a lot of people. You go to a restaurant and they'll use a term of endearment. They'll call you honey, sweetie, and I know that that can be offensive to some people,
Sure.
uh, but I
Okay.
know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
You'll always be greeted with a term of endearment. The valley's known for its warm weather
Hmm.
and its great food. You know,
Great food.
we have some really good food down south.
Now,
It's
what were you what
Tex-Mex.
right, what were you telling me about the other day? What's that thing called? The Batano or
It's
whatever?
called a botana.
Come on, tell
Um,
me about that right there.
yes, yes. So if you go to Fort Worth,
Yeah?
I mean, it's very rare that you're gonna walk into a Mexican restaurant and order a botana and that they're gonna have it on the menu.
Okay.
What a botana is, it's a platter and it has nachos built with beans, layers of beans, and it comes with your fajitas, your chicken, you have some wok, you have some pico, you have your charro beans, your rice. That is what a botana is. It's an all-in-one.
Yeah. Listen, it's about 11:30 right now.
We're getting hungry.
I'm hungry now, you know what I'm saying?
No,
But
down south, food is very authentic, and it
yeah.
is Tex-Mex food. It's very different from uh, food in Mexico
Mhm.
or Mexican dishes up north where you're from.
Okay.
It's very unique. It's made very different. But
So great
we are,
food, great people.
yes, yes, we're known for culture, food, friendliness. We have our winter Texans. They're also called snowbirds. They come up or come down to the valley and spend their winter months down here because it's warm. They're trying to get away from the snow.
Sure.
So winter Texans, are welcomed and they're treated. I'm going to have to say with special privileges. Um, there's special activities in certain areas in the Rio Grande Valley that will host things for our winter Texans as a welcome.
Cool, cool. So you say special activities. What goes on that people come down there for?
Well, number one, we do have our fishing tournaments, right?
Okay.
Texas Tiff tournament. We have a lot of sanctuaries for bird watching too.
Mhm.
Your bike trails. There's birding. There's butterfly sanctuaries too.
You
And
said butterfly?
I said butterfly.
Butterfly sanctuary.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes, yes. And there are people that come down specifically for that.
Mhm.
But our winter Texans get their discounts. They go to a restaurant and they have some restaurants will have special happy hours for them. They'll give them discounts, and they just put on
Sure.
different activities, while they're here. They want to make sure that they're enjoying their time while they're in the RGV.
Okay. So let me ask you this, because right now, it's 61 degrees. What's the temperature over there right now?
Oh, Lord, you would ask me that,
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
you?
want to see. Pull it up on your phone, whatever. What does it say?
Hey, it's like I ask my husband. My husband's my weather guy every morning, and I
Yeah.
ask, "What's the temperature going to be like today?" Every
Yeah.
day it's hot. That's what
Hot.
he hot. That's all you have to know. Right
Yeah.
now it's 78.
78.
Mhm.
78 degrees. Okay, so how far away are you from the beach?
I am approximately 40 minutes.
So what is that area over there called? Because is it Padre, South Padre? What is that?
It's South Padre Island.
South Padre Island. Okay.
Mhm,
Is this
mhm.
where you have a lot of like second home folks that
Yes.
live, or is this
Yes,
okay?
yes, there's, homes, townhouses, condos.
Mhm.
Of course, you have your, you know, locals that reside there,
Mhm.
permanently, but there are a lot of individuals that have their condos and come down during the summer months,
Mhm.
and when they're not down in their condo, they use them as Airbnbs, uh,
Mhm.
short-term rentals. Some even use them as long-term rentals.
Okay. All right, good. So investor friendly, is it?
Investor friendly. And,
Yeah.
during COVID, there was, sales, I'm going to have to say, went up some because people were working from home. So
Mhm.
there were people that were moving, looking for a condo at the island because now they could now work from anywhere. They weren't sitting in an office.
Yeah. Well, let's look at this. So if I wanted to come down, if a buyer would really like, if somebody's looking to move down to this part of Texas, they want to just come check it out. What would be the best way? I mean, do you guys would they take advantage of some of those Airbnb down there and just really go out there and explore the area? Because all of it is within the vicinity of what, an hour or so. What would you say they can go and spend the day looking?
Well, they can call me and I'll take them out there.
Okay, well, absolutely, we're gonna do that. But I'm saying, so they call you up, Amp, and they want to come stay down there. Where would they go stay, and what would be a great place for them to go?
Well, they can go online and they can just pull up, Airbnb's South Padre Island.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of them, and
Okay,
as a matter of fact, I mean, I have a cousin that has two condos out there, and that's what she does. Well, she's related to my cousin, uh,
okay,
different sides of the family. But she has two condos, and that's what she does. Just go to a website, pull up
Mhm.
South Padre Island
Mhm.
rentals, and you can pull up a list of condos and availabilities.
Okay, and are they reasonably priced? What am I looking at if I went down there? About how much a night you think? An average or range?
I'm going to have to say that it's predicated around the time of the year that you're going to come down. If you're going to come down during the
Sure.
summer months, especially during spring break, uh,
Oh,
it's going to be quite pricey.
okay. Yeah, that's good. So tell me why. Why would that be so pricey down in South Padre Island during spring break? If somebody doesn't know, by the way, you
Because
might
it's a
want to.
major attraction for everybody that's out for the spring break session.
Right.
Our college kids, they
And
all
by the
now.
way, yeah, so for college kids, and we have, I mean, you got Texas A&M, University of Texas, you name it, all throughout here. But that's not just Texas schools
No,
that
it's not
head to South
Texas
Padre
schools.
Island.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean they love it
Yeah,
because you have the beach, and
yeah,
then you can venture off into Mexico.
yeah,
You know, so it's an attraction. It definitely is an attraction.
yeah. You ever go out to Mexico? You guys ever go out that way?
I haven't been out to Mexico in years.
Yeah.
No particular reason. I
Mhm.
just, don't
Yeah.
have a need to go to Mexico. Uh,
Right.
but my sister goes to Progreso, Mexico, quite a bit.
Hmm.
Progreso is right across Weslaco. So I don't know if you know, but the RGV is made up of neighboring major cities and small towns. And one of our major cities, I guess you could say, is Weslaco. So the Weslaco border, Mexican border, would be Progreso.
Okay.
Um, Progreso is a tourist attraction. Anybody that comes down to the valley from anywhere, they're going to want to go to Progreso.
Really? What's over there? What's in Progreso?
I mean, anything and everything. You have
Really?
your restaurants, you have your clubs, but
A lot
I
of
will
sightseeing stuff.
a lot of sightseeing, and I will say that they do cater to tourists, and everybody in Progreso speaks English because of
Is
the
that
trip.
right? Is that right? Okay, cool. So let's look at this. If I'm going to get an idea of the footprint of the layout of the land right there.
Hmm.
So you have way down south part of it is South Padre Island, right?
Yes.
Tell me what else is down there? Is it Harlingen? Is that right?
Yes. So
All this
the
is
very
laid
the
out.
very tip
Hmm.
uh, is Brownsville, Texas.
Okay, Brownsville.
It's Brownsville, and then you would venture off to the island.
Hmm.
From the island, and everything's just one big expressway, and it's going to take you from one tip of the RGV all the way to the other.
Okay.
You have Harlingen, you have Mercedes, you have Weslaco, you have Far San Juan, you have McAllen, Mission,
Now
Rio.
McAllen's is that pretty big?
McAllen is pretty big.
Which one
It's.
is the biggest? Which one is the biggest city over there?
I'm gonna have to say McAllen.
Okay.
So our biggest cities in the RGV are Brownsville, Harlingen, Weslaco,
Hmm.
Far, McAllen, Edinburgh, San Juan. Those are the bigger cities.
Okay. So what do people do for work around there? I mean, here's why I ask. Like Dallas Fort Worth. Oh man, we got a lot of tech people, a lot of it used to be telecom all the way, but it's changed over the years. It still is heavy on that, but we got a lot of different things in Dallas Fort Worth that people are working in. So what about you guys down south? I mean, the industry, what would you say is the
I
most
mean,
work?
you have the legal profession, you have the medical profession,
Yeah.
you know, uh, things of that sort.
What about schools down there? You guys big on charter schools, public school?
Yes,
I
yes.
know here in Texas, by the way, homeschooling's big. So, what do they offer down there that helps supplement those homeschoolers? Do you guys have that stuff or?
We do have a charter school, and it's Idea Public School. Uh,
Mhm.
and a lot of the districts have incorporated an Idea charter school on their own campus.
Okay.
Uh, for example, one of our largest school districts is La Jolla ISD, and they have an Idea Public School uh, on their school grounds.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you have any more kids in school, Amp?
No,
So you don't have to deal with that anymore, right?
I don't have any more kids in school. My oldest is going to be 37. And as a matter of fact, my middle son, Michael, has a birthday today,
Oh,
32.
cool. 32.
And then my daughter is turning 27 this year. So no kids in school.
No kids in school. Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, it's good, because hey, I remember going to school lines, picking up my kids. What a
Hmm.
battle it was. But anyhow, if you guys want help from Amparo, I should say, to get down south, I've set up a text code for you. So if you'll text to the number 817-230-4227, it's on the screen, but I'm saying it right now because you might just be listening in. So it's 817-230-4227. You just text 411 AP. That's for Amparo Price. 411 AP to that number. And I'm going to get you hooked up with her down south and have her take you and get you one of them. What do you call them?
A botana.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. You need to get some of that. So
Anybody that comes down south, I will teach you to a botana.
you're going to hold true to that because I'm going to come down there too. So
Yes.
yeah,
No.
absolutely. So to get help from you, we would love to get in touch with you. I also put your stuff here for your social media. So on Instagram, it is at amp.price. At amp.price. You can follow AMP there. Or on Facebook, it's amp.price.359. So you can follow her there and find out a little bit more about the Rio Grande or Grande Valley, and the good food. So, Amp, we got good food, we got good people, we got a perfect location. Are
Good.
you ever coming back to Dallas Fort Worth?
Huh?
Are you ever coming back to Dallas Fort Worth?
Permanently?
Yeah.
No. I love I love Fort Worth, but no. I think I've mentioned to you I do go over there every month to visit my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, and I stay for a couple of days, but to move over there permanently, no. I love the RGV. I really do.
Good. Hey, so tell me a little bit. You're with a different group now. What's your brokerage? Who's your
It's
brokerage?
the Patel Group.
The Patel Group. Okay,
Yeah.
you liking that?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes.
What's good
Well,
about the Patel Group? Tell
we're
me
all
something.
about integrity and professionalism.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Hmm.
Awesome. And they're all over Texas.
They are in a
Okay.
couple of cities. They're in Austin, San Antonio. They're getting ready to build an office here in the RGV. Uh,
Hmm.
and I think I missed two other cities that they're in.
Sure, sure. It's
We have
okay.
about four offices throughout
Yeah.
Texas.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, do you have anything right now that you got going on that you might want to put out here that somebody might want to take a look at, a listing for you or a listing for your partner, anything like that? You guys going on, or are they all under contract?
They're basically under contract. Uh,
Okay.
I do have one listing
Okay.
that is in Elsa, Texas.
All right.
It's 301 South Fannin. It sits on three lots right across an elementary school. So that one is listed at, I think it's listed at 209, maybe.
209. Okay. That's in Elsa.
It's in Elsa, Texas, 5 bedroom, 3 bath. And again, it sits on three lots right across an elementary school
Mhm.
and an Idea Public School as well.
Awesome. Okay. So if someone's looking for something like that, definitely get in touch with us and we'll hook you right up to go down south and take care of moving down to South Texas. Texas, AMP is such a big state. It really
Mhm.
is. It's got
It
so
really
much
is.
going on. What's been some of your favorite things about Texas, would you say?
My favorite things about Texas.
I got to ask you, I got to put you on the spot because I want to know from people that are selling Texas. I mean, what's good, man? Go ahead.
Everything's good, and they say everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Everything's bigger in Texas. Okay, cool. Anything stand out to you most? I know you like the people down south. You say it's a different kind of attitude, right?
It's a
Hey,
different
I got it.
culture.
I got you. I got you. So it's like but I think you said they call it what down there? Little Mexico or something?
Well,
Little California. That's
Yeah,
what you said.
that's how I refer to it when I'm working with my clients from
Mhm.
other states. I
Yeah.
do let them know that the RGV is very diverse
Mhm.
and it's almost like a little California.
Okay.
We have anything and everything, you know.
Awesome. Well, Amp, thank you so, so much for coming on and joining me on this podcast. Definitely want to connect with you and do some things and keep it going down there. And I should ask you this, how's your year starting out here in 2023?
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Good.
It's going strong. Yes, it is.
Awesome. Well, hey, we want to keep it going stronger. Okay.
We do,
We
and thank
wish you
you
the
for
very
having.
best. Yeah. We
We'll be
wish you the
talking.
very best. Yeah, we're going to talk and work on some things and come back and join us. Okay. So we want to learn some more about the Rio Grande Valley, what's going on down south, and definitely want to send some people your way. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, listen, I'll tell people all the time here on the podcast that real estate is about location, location, location.
Mhm.
That means if it ain't working for you, that's ain't is the Texas word, by the way, guys. If it ain't working for you, it just might be time to move around.
Eight and y'all.
Y'all. So y'all might want to stop in to see what's popping down in South Texas, right? Hey, absolutely. You have been listening to the Texas Real Estate Jake podcast. I'm Jake. I can't wait to serve you. I thank God for you. I'd love to meet you. Let us know how we can connect and how we can serve you better. Okay. You guys take care and have a blessed day. Thanks, Aunt. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jake.
You bet.